You think if an angel ever visited you, you would know immediately. Bright light, wings, a voice that shakes the room. But that's not how it usually happens. In fact, the biggest mistake people make about angels is this. They expect spectacle, while God often works through the ordinary. And because of that, you may have already experienced something supernatural and dismissed it as coincidence. The Bible is very clear about one thing. Angels are not symbols. They are not poetic language. They are real servants of God sent to help, guide, and protect His people. Hebrews 1:14 says angels are ministering spirits sent to serve those who will inherit salvation. That includes you. So the real question is not, do angels visit? The real question is, did you miss the moment when one did? Let's talk about the signs most people overlook. First sign, you wake up suddenly in the middle of the night. No alarm, no noise, no reason. Yet, your eyes open and you're completely awake. Not groggy, not half asleep. Alert. And most people grab their phones, scroll for a minute, then roll over and go back to sleep. But throughout Scripture, night awakenings were often moments when heaven was trying to get someone's attention. In 1 Kings 19, Elijah was exhausted, lying under a tree, ready to give up. Then, something happened. An angel touched him and said, "Get up and eat." It wasn't symbolic, it wasn't imagination, it was intervention. Sometimes the quiet hours of the night are the only moment your mind finally becomes still enough to hear God. Think about it. During the day, your mind is loud. Deadlines, messages, noise. But at 3 a.m., silence. If you wake up suddenly like that, don't rush to fill the silence. Pause. Pray. Listen. You might not be losing sleep. You might be receiving an invitation. Second sign. Peace appears when fear should be winning. Your situation hasn't changed. The bills are still there. The problem is still unresolved. The uncertainty hasn't disappeared. But suddenly, the panic fades. A calm settles over you. A deep, steady quiet. You can't explain it. That kind of peace doesn't come from circumstances. It comes from God. Philippians 4:7 describes it as the peace of God, which surpasses all understanding. Notice that phrase, surpasses understanding, meaning it doesn't make logical sense. When angels appeared in the Bible, their first words were almost always the same. Do not be afraid. Why? Because when heaven steps into a situation, fear loses its authority. So when peace suddenly fills your heart in the middle of chaos, don't dismiss it. That calm may be evidence that heaven is closer than you realize. Third sign. You were protected from something you never saw coming. You almost took that road, but something told you not to. You almost made that decision, but a strange hesitation stopped you. You were seconds away from danger, and somehow missed it. People call these moments luck, but the Bible does not. Psalm 91 says God will command His angels concerning you to guard you in all your ways. Guard you. That means protection you don't always see. Protection that works quietly. An unseen warning, a sudden delay, an unexplained instinct. Have you ever looked back at a moment and realized, if I had arrived there 30 seconds earlier, things could have been very different? That is not random. Sometimes protection doesn't look dramatic. Sometimes protection simply looks like being somewhere else at the right time. Fourth sign. A stranger speaks exactly what your soul needed. You've experienced this before. Someone you barely know says something, and it lands directly on the deepest question in your heart. They didn't know your situation. They didn't know your struggle. Yet their words feel strangely precise, almost like the message was delivered through them. Hebrews 13:2 gives a fascinating warning. Do not forget to show hospitality to strangers, for by doing so, some people have entertained angels without knowing it. Without knowing it. That line matters, because it means angels don't always appear in overwhelming glory. Sometimes they look like ordinary people, a traveler, a passerby, a voice at exactly the right moment. And the message they carry brings clarity, encouragement, or direction when you need it most. The supernatural often arrives wearing ordinary clothes. Fifth sign, a dream that refuses to fade. Most dreams dissolve quickly. You wake up, and within minutes the details disappear. But sometimes a dream is different. It feels vivid, sharp. You wake up with your heart racing because the experience felt real. And hours later, the message is still clear in your mind. Scripture shows repeatedly that God uses dreams to deliver warnings, guidance, and protection. Joseph, the earthly father of Jesus, received critical instructions in a dream. An angel told him to take Mary and the child and flee to Egypt. That dream saved their lives. Dreams are powerful because they bypass the noise of the conscious mind. Your defenses are down, your distractions are gone, and sometimes heaven uses that quiet moment to speak. Not every dream carries meaning, but some do. And when a dream leaves you with deep clarity, strong conviction, or unmistakable peace, it deserves your attention. Write it down, pray about it, seek understanding, because God has not stopped speaking. Here's the truth most people miss. Angels are not distant figures from ancient stories. They are active, right now, around people who belong to God. But their work rarely demands attention. It protects quietly, guides subtly, comforts gently, which means you can experience it and still overlook it. You don't need to chase signs. You need to become aware of the peace that interrupts fear, aware of the protection that appears at the last second, aware of the quiet moments when heaven leans closer than usual. You are not walking through this life alone. God has never intended you to. So the next time something like this happens, don't brush it off. Pause, acknowledge it, and do something simple but powerful. Thank God. Say it out loud. Lord, thank you for protecting me. Thank you for guiding me. Thank you for sending help I cannot see. That kind of awareness changes the way you walk through life. Because once you realize heaven is involved in your story, fear loses its grip, peace grows stronger, and trust becomes natural. Pay attention. Heaven may be closer than you think. Don't forget to click the like button and subscribe for more scripture-based content that actually strengthens your faith without the fluff. And remember, God's protecting your future even when it feels like He's taking away your present. Trust Him. He's never been wrong about you.